Alright, let's see how this goes. It's been a while since I drive the Classic Mini, and this is all new electronic inside, new ESC, new motor, new servo, new servo horn, and the new chassis with the PCOO pod. So it's a lot of new things at the same time. I gave it a little test yesterday, but there was something seriously wrong with the motor ESC, so I was back to the soldering board, and now it's all working beautifully. Alright, I'm using the SDRacing 3500 kV sensorless motor, and I am using my brand new sensorless brushless ESCs that are going to be on the web store fairly soon, in the coming days, that are fairly, I think, quite inexpensive. They're 50 amps only, so don't expect competition. Now this car is, I'm driving it extremely slowly because it is the Classic, but I'm going to put it as well on the other two chassis, on the 7 and on the PCOO, for bashing and testing and seeing the performances. I think it's pretty much the same as the Mini Q1 that I was using before. Oh, that was great. Oh, I love the servo horn. So now I have a new little batch of servo savers with a single horn from the YL toy. I have no idea which one with a crazy long number, but in any case it's a perfect length for the Classic Mini, and I'm hoping that this is going to help the servo survive a little bit longer with the open wheel crashing, which happens very often with this car. So now it is equipped with it. It's doing really well for the steering. There is no laziness in the steering or off-centered after you turn, so that's good, because those are really cheapies. So I didn't know what to expect. I have nothing from YL Toys, and I have no opinion about YL Toys, but knowing the plastic quality of the Chinese cars, I had no idea what to. But it seems to be doing okay. We'll see the durability. It's a simple horn, single horn with a spring in it, so it should help. It should help on the crash, saving the servo as well, because I'm not running metal gear, I'm running plastic gear servo, so usually the car can crash like that fairly often, but one full speed crash into a wall at the wrong angle and the servo goes very quickly. So now this new V2 chassis is a lot more manageable, I feel. The car is a lot more flat, but because of the bumpiness of the track, I am not convinced it is the best for here. I have to go test it on the RCP. I have no idea where I'm gonna have a chance to go. So for the moment, let's just drive here and enjoy crashing in the walls. Let me see how many endpoints do I have. Alright, I'm at 85. I'm gonna reduce my endpoint for the braking, and I think I'm gonna reduce my endpoint on the throttle as well to 80, because I don't want to go fast and I want to have a good control. Oh yeah, this is easier. Oh man, I've missed driving this car. It was a lot of fun driving the large version, the 375. It's not the large version, but it is similarly very old style F1. Oh man, I am rusty. Alright, that's cool. Alright, so you'll see I'm going to have some updates in the coming month on the FP, the 112 chassis. I've been doing some interesting discoveries, testing it recently. Hey. We don't want your advertising, thank you. Thank you. That's what happens when you watch YouTube on your phone. So, like I said, I made some interesting discoveries setting up the chassis last time, and the FP had some low speed oversteer, which is counterintuitive, but I was basically running it more and more soft at the rear, more and more flexible at the rear when it wants to be pretty much rigid at the back in order for the floating front ends. Oh, I've lost reverse. No, I have reverse. For the floating front ends to work properly. And so I have stiffened the front, and you'll see I have a new design coming for the FP. I'm probably actually going to have a few new chassis plates designed for it. Everything else is going to remain the same on the car, but the new chassis plate is going to have a new upper deck as well. Front end, pods, brace, everything is going to be exactly the same for the rest of the car, but I'm going to update to a new chassis that's going to have a similar style to the PCOO. So it's going to be two side springs instead of a central T-plates on the flex cuts. So it's somewhat going to resemble what Automatic has. Also, if you know the PCOO, it's a very, not very, but it's somewhat different chassis design. So I'm going to try that because I love the way the PCOO behaves, and I would like to see how it scales up to 112. So I'm designing it right now. I have the chassis design, and I need to design the new upper deck, which is going to have all the different suspension, dampers, and battery mount in one piece. It's not going to be a multiple piece, and it's going to be super shorty and shorty only. The shorty is only going to be along the chassis, no more lateral chassis because of the side springs. So you'll see, I'm going to post that fairly soon, and I will post on my Facebook once I have the pictures taken for the ESCs. Those are going to be, I think, probably the cheapest you can get for sensorless. They're coming with the JST plug. I can switch the plug to the SDRacing battery style. So you let me know in the comment what battery type you're using, which one is more common. The servos are 110 size servos. That's what they come with. I am not going to bother doing the conversion, because that would mean removing all the heat shrink, and it's just a lot of work. So they are adapters that you can get. My god, I drive like an absolute turd tonight. I'm tired. You can get adapters, and I'm probably going to have adapters available on the store soon. Alright, so anyway, time to feed myself beef. That was a little update and a little drive around the track. Let me show you what the Classic looks like underneath right now. So you can see I'm using the new chassis with the PC pods, and then inside that, this is the SDRacing 3500 kV motor, same pinion and Mini Q2 ball diff at the rear. I have my super stubby battery here. That's the new ESC, and so I'm still need to switch this cable, so I have less cable here, and probably reduce the size of this cable. So for this car, it's gonna use less space, but now the space management is quite good inside the car. I'm pretty happy with it. I have my DAS Micro over here, and here you can see the servo saver. Oh yes, and I'm running the new super soft springs as well in the front. So altogether, it's kind of a V2 version now with all the changes of that car, and this as well is going to be probably what comes on the store. So here you go, this is the update for today, and it's now time for a serious amount of red meat. Alright, stay safe everybody, bye bye.